pass because people don't think we're authentic. People don't think that what we're preaching is real, right? So it's very, very important that you and I work hard on building a brand, a perception that people can trust. For example, you're telling me to come and buy real estate. You yourself, you've never committed to any real estate deal. That creates a challenge for an investor, right? With our expansion in the US, yesterday I was busy. I wish I could share my screen. If you go to my Instagram page, you are going to see the video. I was busy inspecting a multi-million-dollar property that I'm buying for me here in America. So yes, I'm developing a 60-unit single-family home that will be selling for $600 to $1 million. Yes, but I'm doing that for other people. Yes, I'm buying some multi-families. Yes, but how about my own house? And Americans want to see you represent what you say you are preaching. So it was important that I live in a multi-million-dollar house, right, in America, and I can show my investors that I know what you're thinking, but Dr. Stephen, I'm not yet there. But guess what? You need to start by the vision. This is my 16th year before I can say I'm buying a multi-million-dollar house in America. But 16 years ago, did I not see myself owning houses in America? Yes. So it begins with the vision. If I ask some of you now, if you sell, let's say, $1 billion real estate, $1 billion, and your commission happened to be 50 million naira. If I ask most of you, what will you do with it? Do you know what most of us are going to say? I've been owing Mama Shukura. She has embarrassed me because there's nobody she has not reported me to. Number one, I will pay Mama Shukura. Number two, where I've been living, because I've been owing them 1 bedroom, owing them rent for 1 year, you might not let me rest. Not only will I pay the rent I'm owing, I'm now going to go to Lekki Phase 1, their father. 3 bedroom I'm getting for myself. Well, next, I'm ready to now buy a car. At least I'll buy maybe SUV. Come on, true or false, who wants to be honest to wave their hand? That these are your line of thought. Just be honest. Right? Meanwhile, the real estate that gave you the money, right? Do you see the point now? You are not thinking of, oh, can I buy 2 plots? Or can I buy, you see my point now, 3 plots? So that in future deals I am doing, when I'm talking to a customer, are we learning here? I can refer to the fact that, well, when I bought my 2 plots, you can see what Mr. Barry is saying. How many of you how many of you, by the way, were more interested in listening to Mr. Barry when he started sharing that story of roofing his first house? Can I see your hands up? Right? Of his growth phase, of now working on 18 units. How many of you are like, okay, this might deserve to talk to me? Come on, can you wave your hand? Right? The same thing with your customer. The same thing with your customer. You really will not have boldness to sell at the highest level when you are not practicing what you preach. When the day you make any small commission, it is about paying bills and paying bills and paying bills and paying bills. Your mindset never think of asset. And like I said, part of the reason why you invest in is to help your own credibility. People buy, I'll give you an example. Can you mute yourself, bull? I don't know who gives themselves bull. Right? When you're joining serious meetings like this, put your proper name, full name, not even half name. You want to sell me a property, 100 million naira. You are now GTEx is selling property in the US and Dubai. You are telling them to come and buy, and then your name is Bulbul. Right? It doesn't show seriousness. Right? I know it's a Gen Z era, but hey, the people buying your property, most of them are not Gen Z. True or false? Can I see wave of hand if you agree with me? They are not Gen Z. So there is by the way, you forced me, Bulbul, now to move to the second teaching. Right? Since I can't even share my slide, I'll just go straight like this. Okay? So step one, start investing in real estate, or at least start having real estate vision. Have a picture board. Write down the properties you want to own. Give yourself a target that the day I make my first 1 million naira, this is the move I will make. Okay, I will put in at least, look for, okay, 200,000 I'll put aside towards my land. The day I make my first 5 million, 1 million is going towards my own land. I will put in a place I can never touch it, even if there's nobody that can collect that deposit. Even though I think GTEx can take 1 million from you as a deposit for your land. Right? But I will force myself. That's where it starts from. Else, the day you touch 5 million, guys, I'm talking to you live as somebody who has experienced this. The day you touch 5 million, you will finish the entire 5 million on expenditure, bills, without any form of asset being invested in. Number two, repackage yourself. Bulbul, I'm still waiting for you to change your name. Repackage yourself. Rebrand yourself. Ask yourself, if I want to do business with me, how will I want me to look like? Ask yourself, if I have 100 million naira to give me, how will I want me to talk, to look like? What kind of hairstyle? What kind of looks? What kind of suits or native or dressing will give me confidence to give somebody a millionaire? And this is where we miss it. Today, people call our company and they're investing $500,000. We've never met. They are sending 200 million naira. We've never met. $1 million, we've never met. Till the time, even after they send the money, we still have not met. Can you, Mr. Agoke, give somebody your phone? Let the person tell me what he thinks made those people to start paying that kind of money. Anybody wants to volunteer? Why will people begin to send those kind of money and they've never met me? Many of them have never even been to GTEx office in their life. Right? Who wants to try? Because that's part of the issue. Some of you are here now. If I ask you, why have you not sold? Say all of them want to, the client said they are in US, but they must come and see the land. You know what that means? It doesn't say, I don't trust you. Let me rephrase what that means. I do not trust you. So I cannot send you my money until I come and see. 99% of my clients have never met me. I've never seen the property they are paying for before they paid. 99%. So who can tell me why? Come on.
Good afternoon, guys. I'm Arome Gabriel. It's because you've been able to build perception over time. So the perception you've built has transformed to trust, and because also they've seen that you are someone that has integrity and you have character as well. So when they check the track record of the company or the track record of yourself, they can be able, they'll be convinced, to commit their resources to your hands, even without seeing you.
Beautiful. I love your answer, but guess what? Before they research that I have integrity, do you agree with me that I also look like someone that has integrity? How many of you agree with me? There was a perception, okay, that gave an impression that this is a truthful person. There's a land I want to buy in America. It's $4.1 million. I went to see the landlady yesterday. Her father bought the land. She's a white woman. And and we got to meet, tour the house. There's a 5-bedroom on the house, the 20-acre in Houston. And we got to tour the house. And when we're done touring the house, she's told me the house meant a lot. She grew up in the house. She even showed me picture when she was young. Do you know at the end of the day, I told her, I said, I'm so sorry. I understand the sentimental value of this house to you. But do you know, we are a developer. We will need to demolish this house. Because we do development, right? And we need to demolish the entire thing and rebuild it. And when we're done, do you know what the woman said? She said, I can feel that you're a genuine person. I can feel that you're a sincere person. Say, I can feel that you're a trustworthy person. You're not someone who's here to play games or say, and I like that. I like that. So it's important to know that even before people know, maybe they will need to have paid you money before they know you have integrity. I mean, some of you have not even sold your first deal. So how do you even get testimonial from others who, but it begins with your perception. Your yes being yes, your no being no. Are we together now? If you made a mistake on a presentation, let's assume you told them, oh, our company will sell you, 600 square meter. And immediately you got to know it's not 600. I'm so sorry, ma. I apologize. Right? I remember I told you 600 square meter. When I called the office, they corrected me. It's actually 400 square meter GTS sales. I mean, if that is a deal breaker, I respect that. You will think that will make them not to buy. But there's a way you present it that they will look at you and say, you have integrity. Even if they won't buy, they say, you know what? I will refer someone to you. Or next time you have something that is 600 square meter, let me know. Right? But integrity is not just about having it. You have to be seen to have it. Is this making sense? Can we wave our hand if this makes sense? Right? But it's also that our mannerism, our words, our look, our presentation has to look like someone also who has integrity. The way you dress, the way you talk, the looks. So imagine I'm telling you now, yo man, buy property from us, yo man, and it's yo man I'm saying. Okay, that is already telling my prospective investors, be careful, yo man. Or when you check my page all the time, it's me in the club. Hey, building the club, yo, come on, 50 cent, yo man, right? And every day is picture of partying with Tennessee, okay? When I get my money, it says, oh, Jayo, Yao. Okay? Now, what will the client be thinking? Say, this one, the day I do business with him, he said, I see you will first use my money to buy. Okay? He will blow all my money in the club. So, it's important. Are we learning here? It's important to know that you have to look trustworthy. You have to look it. And the reason why we're having this conversation, guess what? There's a guy on my Zoom. His name is Bulbul. I've told him to change. He has not changed. Please, removing him now. Can ITM remove him? He won't learn. So by the time we remove him from the call, he will know that you cannot join a Zoom meeting on an official conversation and put BUL as your name. Right? There are some of you now, what is showing as your name is iPhone. Right? The list is to learn how to edit, because this is important. Many of you want to sell to customers who are in US. If I ask some of you, why are you not selling? You have not learned how to do Zoom call. How many of you have done Zoom call with a client before? Zoom call. Now, how many of you know that if you are really serious about selling real estate, Zoom call is now your biggest strategy. Do you know that? Most Nigerians don't have money to buy land or buy house. Many are in diaspora. Your clients are in diaspora. Vivian is not here. I hope they will invite Vivian for our next class. Vivian made her first 50 million naira sales by a Zoom meeting with the client. Guess what? She paid, according to her, she's the one that told us this story. She paid, right? She paid makeup artist. I don't know how much she paid the person. They came to her house and do makeup for her. She bought ring lights for a presentation. The man had not paid 50 million. She brought ring lights, right? The package for the meeting now made the presentation. When the man was done, I said, yeah, you look like you guys are serious. You look like, and then 50 million deal. So I love teaching to me because I'm not here to memorize you and just make you feel good. You must understand how to repackage yourself to attract the kind of customers. Many of the people to buy are in diaspora. So you need to do Zoom. Go to the site and do Zoom presentation on site. Hello, ma. Welcome to Jasper Estate in Ibejuleki. Right? I'm in front of the gate. You can see the gate. You see us planting our flowers. Right? It's work in progress. You can see our contractors working on site. Right? Where you buy this house, we will build for you. There's no day you come here, you won't see our workers working every day because we don't want to take loan. The developer, hear this, oh guys, hear this, oh. Because this is important that you tell them. The developer does not want to take loan so that the bank will not come back and take over the entire property. So what they run with is called off-plan. As you pay, we build for you. And this is to protect your interest because we know many estates in Nigeria that the developer took loan and the loan people came to take over the entire estate, including those who finished paying their money, could not access their property. So I know a story like that. So to prevent that, that's why GTEx does not take loan from Nigerian bank. We take internationally because those ones don't do that. But in Nigeria, we don't, so that to protect our investors. Do you see how many of you believe you are sounding like a man or woman who has integrity by what I just said now? Can you wave your hand? Right? Because some players will not want to say that. I have made more sales being honest and being vulnerable about the position of GTEx than trying to package and make you look as if everything is perfect. Because these investors to understand how things work, right? They get the problems. They understand the problems. So your ability to look trustworthy is critical. Number 3, education. You must constantly retrain and train yourself. I'm not impressed with the population, right? If it costs us money to pay for the entire hall and then the hall is not filled up, it does not encourage us to want to pay next time, right? And particularly when we made the training free. So again, we're asking ourselves, must we make it free? Now, if we make it paid, somebody will say Dr. Stephen is always doing paid program. Me, I can't afford, paid one. So it's difficult. But the reason most people are not here is they don't value what was going to be taught here. Let me tell you this. You can't sell higher than the quality of knowledge you have about real estate. Your sales in real estate is a function of how much of real estate you know, the practicality of it. Because you can't give what you don't have. And what convinces customers to buy is your confidence. I don't know if you agree with me. It's your confidence. It's not even the property. There's a saying we normally say in business. People don't buy product, they buy the individual. You are not a businessman, you are the business. Those 2 quotes, if you can write it somewhere, paste it somewhere that you can always see it every morning and recite it to yourself. Today, I am going to White House Estate to sell it. But it is not White House Estate they are buying. It is Mist Vakitari they are buying. If it can ring your bell, I promise you, you will be an exceptional person. Because, and that's the truth about life. It is not proper, it's you they are buying. Right? We have a new project here in US, Richmond, and some of my partners, my directors were complaining that they are not able to sell. So I remember saying to them, I said, but you are not selling, but me, I'm selling. What do you think is happening here? Right? You are not selling, but me, Steve Akita, I'm selling. Right? In fact, the week they were telling me that, I still got an investment of over $350,000. That they were telling me they are not able to sell. And what I did, they were not giving me stories why people are not buying. You know what I told them? I said, go back and tell these people that it is you they are buying. It is you. Give them your own assurances. I said, the only reason they will not buy after you give them your own assurances is that they don't trust you. And at that point, then start working on building yourself so to be a person they can trust. How many of you think what I'm saying makes sense? Okay? Does it make sense? Wave your hand again if you understand what I'm talking about, right? So in business, it is the quality of knowledge you have that makes that makes you confident. And it is your level of confidence that eventually make people to buy. I have had clients who told me that, look, Dr. Stephen, the day you told us to buy your product, I wasn't sure about it. But your confidence convinced me that you're a man I can bet on. The way you were speaking just made me to feel this guy, the way this guy is talking, right? He may not have it all figured out, but this thing will work at some point, right? I still met a client in Dallas, right, who had bought almost in all her estate. She has done investment with us. And if I were meeting, we're meeting after like almost 10 years. I didn't even know she was a client, but she had met in one of my seminars before in Abuja, but she's now in Dallas. In fact, she was excited to do video for us. She said, I still remember when I first started doing business with your company, your staff were shitty, right? In other words, your staff were not that good. I just used to complain and complain, watch them grow. In the last few years, I can see how some of them have grown. I follow many of them, I can see they have grown, right? Titi Lola, please mute. Titi Lola, mute yourself. Titi, Ahmed, mute yourself, please. She said, I can see that your people have grown. They have grown over the years. Okay? And she said, I am so glad I did investment with you guys because they are constantly giving me my returns every year. And I'm one of those who got higher returns. When I see the returns you give now, I realize it's lower. But I was lucky to be among the people who got the highest version of returns from your company. And you guys never failed me. You see? Now, even from the attitude of the clients at the beginning, she wasn't too okay. The staff. But guess what she said? She said, when I got to know it was your company, even people were telling me, are you sure? I said, I have met Stephen before. If this is his company, forget it. And she had known me since the day of Bulk SMS. She bought Bulk SMS website for me. Bulk SMS. Okay? Is this helpful? Is this class helpful? If it's helpful, wave your hand. Okay. Number next, master location. Master location. I've seen some of you sell real estates that don't make sense. Okay? And sometimes I ask myself, why are you selling this? This is not what the customer needs. This property you're selling will not in the long term change the life of your customer. Why are you still selling? Why? Okay? Always master the locations that will add value to your customer. Location that if they buy today, 10 years from now, the value has gone up. And it's your responsibility to understand location that works well, location that is in the interest of your client. Don't sell the one that gives more commission. Sell the one that the location will rise in value. Number next, okay, target the right customer. I love the fact that Mr. Barry taught you this. Some of you are targeting arrogant customers. How many of you are aware that the most arrogant customers don't have money to buy? Wave your hand if you know what I'm talking about. They don't have money. Right? Meanwhile, they are the one with over expectation. Right? They have 5 million naira and they want land in Lekki Phase 1. And where are you missing it? You are not asking questions. Today, if you chat me up and say, Dr. Stephen, I'm interested in property, you know the first question I'll ask you. What is your budget? If you tell me you don't have budget, you know my next answer? My mentors taught me that anybody that does not have budget is not yet serious. I'm sorry, we can't go further. I'm that blunt. I'm that blunt. You know why? You will not ask for budget. The person will tell you, I want in Lekki Phase 1. You will go and get a 400 million naira property in Lekki Phase 1. Only to come back to them and show them 400. And they will still not tell you that actually my budget is 80 million. They will not say, this one is a bit, it's nice, it's okay. But I've changed my mind. Can't we look for somewhere in VGC? Did you see that they never told you my money is small? But in their mind, VGC should be cheaper than Lekki Phase 1. Do you see? Then you go again, VGC, you now have the one of what? 180 million. The next question is, don't you have somewhere around Abramade Sonya? You see how your time is being wasted. And you're wondering, Dr. Stephen, nobody's buying from me. I am not selling. Well, you have not targeted the right customer. Target the right customer. So for me, intentional. Some people think I am arrogant. That's your business and you're entitled to it. Intentionally, this training is holding in VI, Ebony Life, intentionally, because even the quality of realtors we want to attract, okay, are good ones. And the ones that are not yet successful, we want to change their mindset to start thinking in a particular way. Is this helpful? Right? That we are not average. You don't do average. Why did your video go off? Okay? We don't do average here. We are not average. Right? We do things in an exceptional way here. So you must be intentional how you target people. How you target people. Where do you go? Who are your friends? Who are the caliber of people you are targeting for what you're doing? Right? Where do they go? What do you think will make them come to you? Okay? Who do you associate with that will make them want to come around you? All these little things are intentional. I've always shared my story when I started selling property in Dubai, when I moved to Dubai. I had to start living in Burj Khalifa, not because I'm a wasteful person, I want to show off. Okay? But that was the tallest building in the world, and I wanted to make that statement. Right? I had to get a Rolls Royce. When my clients come to Dubai, my driver will go and pick them with a Rolls Royce from the airport. Now, ladies and gentlemen, after my Rolls Royce have carried you, brought you to Burj Khalifa, I now took you to the tallest restaurant in the world, according to Guinness Book of Records, in that Burj Khalifa. And then we ate meal and I pay for it. You now tell me you not pay. Are we together now? Okay? You too, you know, you won't be able to sleep at night. You can't. So some of you are asking your clients, prospective client, you're already asking for, are you sure you pay for, sir, you need to pay for Uber. Or sir, you need to pay for petrol for me to take you for inspection. Do you see how you are already, okay, telling the client that you are not a top realtor, you are a hungry realtor, right? Hunger is your problem. So there's a perception that is important, but you need to target the right type of customer who can afford what you're selling. Number next, monitor and adjust. Monitor and adjust. Always review your experiences with your customer. Send them a survey. There's nothing wrong with sending a customer a survey. I took you to site the other day. Can you kindly fill this survey for me? It will help me improve my services to you next time. Right? Let the person be able to fill the survey to be able to say, I didn't like the way you said this, or I didn't like that this wasn't there, or I didn't like that that one wasn't there. At least it will help you with your next customer. So always monitor, always adjust, always ask questions, right? And you can do it. The last one, because of time. Okay? Because of time. Ibrahim Lawal, meet yourself. The last one, and if you did not take anyone I've shared with you seriously, I want you to take this seriously. Okay? Believe in yourself. I want you to put your hand on your chest. I, Stephen Akintayo. Everybody, put your hand on your chest. I, Stephen Akintayo. I have decided to believe in myself. I will no longer allow what other people think of me shape how I see myself. Others may give up on me. I have decided not to give up on me. I have made up my mind to always see myself as the best, and that no one is like me. No two of my kind. Nobody is compared to me. I'm unique. Out of the over 1 billion sperm cells that was released by my father, my popsy, I won that race. So I was a winner from day one. Uniquely born, exceptionally born. And in this business, I go make calm globally. So help me God. Can you clap for yourself? You have to believe in yourself, guys. You have to. Anybody else can give up on you. You know names they've called me? I'm on 419. Show off. Stephen always overdo. Attempting what he cannot do. Including the guys can never make it. Success is not for people like them. The way he talks, his body language, his accent, his background. There's nothing they've not said. But ladies and gentlemen, see me now. Yeah, pops, see me now. Okay, I did a write-up on Father's Day. And if, like I said, if you forget everything, don't forget this one. Guts. Believe in yourself. Right? 20 clients may say they are not buying. Or the 21 one. There's nothing wrong with my product. It is you. You don't get the money. Let's move on to the next customer. Right? Stop turning experiences to a definition of you. You are not defined by your experiences, guys. Right? Please mute yourself, Esther. Here is my write-up to myself on Father's Day. Okay? Happy Father's Day to me and all the men in the world. I celebrate me for not giving up on me. And I think some of you should write this too. You should be writing letter to you. This one you are writing letter to boys and girls who are eventually jilting you. Write letter to you. Serenade yourself. Yeah, there's no man. All these boys, they're not. Oga, madam, serenade yourself. Let me continue my own story to me, Jerry. I do enjoy it. I thank myself for having faith in myself to have come this far. I thank myself for not committing suicide in my darkest days. And I mean that. I lost my dearly beloved mother, right? Her siblings were fighting on the only house she had and wanted to kick us out. I've been through hell, guys. Omo, I thank myself, say I no commit suicide, right? I thank myself for being vulnerable enough to speak out and speak up when needed, and for helping my mental health. Do you know how many of you have refused to get help? You are feeling down. Instead of telling somebody else how you feel, you think they would gist about your challenges with somebody else. Who cares? Let them gist. Some people are looking for me at the bottom. Okay, I don't go. I told you my weaknesses 2 years ago. I'm no longer there. I've gone. But I thank myself for being vulnerable enough to tell you that I was weak, because it helped my mental health. And if you use that to now judge me and you think I remain there, Oga, keep looking down. I'm up. Oh, I thought somebody would shout. Okay? I continue my own letter to me. I thank myself for learning to forgive myself for my mistakes and error. Some of you are still holding back. Omo, I mess up. Omo, me. Well, me, I forgave myself. I moved on. I'm not perfect. And so are my critics. True of us. Your biggest critics have more weakness than you. Who agrees? Wave your hand if you agree with me. Those who are mocking you, they have more on their body. They get more for body past you. So I thank me for forgiving me. I thank me for forgiving me. Let me continue my poem to myself. Okay? I celebrate myself for giving my children a better life than what my parents gave me. Can I hear an amen to that? Some of you are still busy about what you didn't give your children. Oh, I've not had enough time. Oh, today I went to work. I didn't give. Oga, focus on what you gave your children that your parent couldn't give. At least you made some progress. Right? You made some progress. I celebrate myself. Listen to this one. I like this one. For marrying the best woman in the world. Right? Omo, it took courage to marry BC. Her father said no. I said, Omo, you fine. Omo, you brain. Omo, you are patient. Omo, you good. Right? And I'm going to marry her. That I even married the right woman. I celebrate myself for it. Okay? I celebrate my courage to praise myself when, okay, as needed. Because many prefer that I do not praise myself. They don't want me to even give myself the kudos that I deserve. So that I even have the courage to write this poem to myself. I even celebrate myself on top that one. Oh, I thought some of you will, because I'm saying this to inspire you to start doing your version. Because guess what? What is your enemy telling you? Yeah, okay. What did they celebrate? They didn't get self. Do you know how many people look at me and say, what does he even have? Okay, what do I have? It's not the issue. It's where I'm coming from. What will you say? You met money at home. You are not born in Meduguri. Right? You didn't, for where I'm coming from. That's what I'm celebrating. Yes, some people are way, way richer than I do, and they are not shouting like I am doing. But Omo, they didn't come from where I'm coming from. Baba, I am celebrating. I've come a long way. I tried. Okay? So, still on my point, I thank myself for working hard every day to be the best version of myself. I thank myself for not listening to naysayers and building a great empire in 16 years. Happy Father's Day to me and great fathers out there. Write yourself some letters. Celebrate you. The fact that you call a client and the client say, I'm not buying, your property is shitty, right? Tell yourself, well, you just can't afford me, right? Or it's just not my own kind of client. My own kind of client will still come and still patronize me. How many of you agree with me? So go out there. I'm giving 16 people cars in July. I pray you guys get up to that 16. Okay, because I think we only have 1 or 2 people that have qualified. I want to give 16 people cars. And I want you to be part of it. All you need to do is sell 200 million naira worth. And I'm coming to personally give you a car. I'm leaving the US to come and give you the car. Who is interested? Some of you are looking like you are not like the ones who win car. Yeah, some looks here don't look like car one. Okay, so but you're going to win a car in the next 1 month, guys. You have to believe in yourself because you have to keep calling that number, 50 calls every day. And no matter how many people say no, you keep at it. You keep at it. You keep at it. Right? Let me wrap up by saying, you see, the biggest people who don't make it in real estate business are people who send too much. Many of you, una send too much. Then put it in our native language, pidgin. Una, they send too much. In other words, you care too much about people's opinion, what people think. And this industry is for people who don't send. You have a goal, you have a mission, and you keep at it till you get there. And you don't care what anybody is saying. You don't care what anybody, you just keep moving in the direction of your goal. I am that way. I am that way. Right? When we announce some of the projects we are doing in America, do you know some people started mocking? And guess what? Guess what? I'm inviting some of them to my multi-million dollar house in Houston because I knew some of them, right? I'll be hosting them. Yeah, come and talk. Use your mouth to change it. And you know, some of them will not know that I know they said those things. Because when people backbite, they don't know that the people they are backbiting to go and tell the source. So I will still host them. And I will watch them swallow their words. I'll watch them say, Dr. Steve, we've always known you make it. Continue. But guess what? I know send. I have a mission. I have where I'm going. And I'm focused on building my empire. Can you shout, I'm focused on building my empire? Come on, shout it. I am focused on building my, come on, I want everybody to shout it. I need your energy. Come on. You are salespeople. We are energy people. Your clients are buying your energy. Everybody shout, I'm building my global empire.
I'm building my global empire.
Love you all.